My father will hear about this.
Hey guys, come with me to experience Harry Potter and the Cursed Child on Broadway at the Lyric Theater. Now I had a 7 p.m. showing, which is the last one of the evening, which gave me enough time to explore the city as well as get these uncrowded images of the theater, and also have time for dinner. The theater is wonderfully decorated, both inside and outside, so make sure you take your time and spot all there is to spot. It literally spans the entire building and the rooftop. Now I had dinner at this sushi restaurant literally right across the street, you can see it in the reflection, just so I could check out the comings and goings and make sure I didn't miss anything, because I am that crazy. But I had nothing to worry about. People started getting in line around 5:30, so I paid for my food and went on my way. And got in line pretty easily. I was only a couple people deep, and I had absolutely no issue actually getting to the theater. The line moved very quickly once they started allowing people into the lobby, which they do about an hour before showtime, so at 6 p.m. for me. The inside of the theater is specifically decorated for the play. The whole theater was renovated to include things like this telephone booth, which out of order for me, but similar to the one in Universal Studios, just dial magic and you can hear the Ministry of Magic speak to you. Just take a second to look at the decorations of the interior. Remember to look up as well before it all gets too crowded. You'll see some amazing designs and some whimsical and magical patterns. There is a coat check as well as refreshments and wizard-themed food that you can purchase for the show. You can also order directly to your seat by scanning the QR code on the back of your chair, but the theater can get very dark, so I recommend getting your stuff beforehand as you might have more options, or at least just check out what they offer. If you scan this QR code, you can make your time at the theater even more interactive, like watching those Patronuses come to life, and these pictures also start to move. Also pay attention to the patterns on the carpet and the walls, and you might find some hidden details you weren't expecting to see. I recommend one of the first things you do is head to the gift shop. Don't be fooled by the line on the right, those are for people waiting to purchase items. Just walk right into the gift shop.
On the seat in front of you or on your armrest, you'll see a QR code that will take you to a full menu of concessions, and you can have those brought directly to your seat. There is no extra cost, but will also be on the seat in front of you or on your armrest.
And just remember to enjoy your play and have a really great experience.
How many are there?
36. Counted them myself.
36, but last year I had 37.
And once Once you get inside the theater, make sure to also take your time and look around at the decor, because there are hidden gems even inside the theater, along the walls, on the seats. Just look around and have a good time. Okay, we're back from New York twice in 2 weeks. One with my family and one with some friends, just separate trips entirely. But really wanted to quickly to give you my experience for the cursed child scenario. For the cursed child scenario, I experienced both seeing the play, this is her stage door, seeing the play, and then also just waiting randomly on a random Friday to stage door for to see the actors in the play. It was a crazy weekend. That's why my voice is kind of weird. But starting off, I saw both of these times were on a Friday night, which I think honestly is the more chill-ish night instead of like Saturday. But the first time I saw the play, and I've seen the play before when it first came out. So I honestly wasn't too concerned about missing like the, standing ovation they get at the end, and the bows. Like, I know it's slightly rude to leave before the play's over, but hey, I've seen it before, so I left. I've seen people say if you leave, like, as the play ends and they all come running out, that's early enough, which it could be, but also then you kind of fall into the crowd of people also trying to get out of the theater. So I left, because again, I did know the structure of the play, so I did know when it was coming to a close. So I left shortly after, no spoilers, but shortly after that very big emotional scene when they're still back in time in Godric's Hollow. After that scene ends, and I wait a little bit when there's like a staircase and they're sitting on the stairs and it's like a warm light going on, everything's back to as it should. That's when I left. And I made sure I purchased myself an end seat, so I wouldn't be bothering anyone when I got up to leave, so I didn't have to, ask them to stand up as they're trying to watch the play. So I got myself an end seat, booked it out of there. As I was leaving, there was about 5 other people leaving. When I got out there, there was already people who they were at the barricade closest to the stage door, like closest to the entrance of the theater, because the stage door is right next to it. And so there was already a group there, so I did have to walk a little bit down the street, not too far, but like I did get at a barricade, like front row. So I did that. I brought his autobiography with me, and I asked him to sign that. Now, this was a very quick one. He came out around 10:30, which was kind of, I would say kind of early for him to come out. This one he did kind of different. He didn't like run down to the end. He started off near the actual stage door and then took his time. Well, he didn't, take his time is relative, but he went down the line. And so the guy next to me, he also had an autobiography, which he signed. And then Tom came up to me, and I had it open to the title page because it was, I didn't know if he would sign the cover of it because I had the book sleeve on it. And I just didn't know if that would like create a proper signing surface for him. So I had it open to the title page. And he looks down and looks up at me and he goes, "Who's this guy?" And I was not prepared for the wit. Like I had like a, thank you so much. I had like kind words to give him and prepared. And he said that, and immediately, I'm not very witty. I'm not very quick-witted. I was like, I don't know what to do. So I stumbled through, I think that's a guy named Tom Felton, which embarrassing, like whatever. I can't believe I said that to him, but hopefully it came out funny and he didn't think it was rude. But anyway, he signed it, and he was closing the book. Like I had it facing him. I had it open my hand, and he was closing the book. And I think I would resist him slightly because again, I wasn't sure what he was doing, but he closed the book and they took it and he drew Potter glasses and like a scar on his face on the cover, which I thought was funny. And then I was like, would it be okay if we like got a picture together? Which he said no, because he's like, sorry, there's a lot of people. And I was like, no, that's fine, no worries. So that the pictures, I think he signs more than he does pictures with people. So, because he did like a group picture, because he tries to get everyone in a singular photo. So he did that like a couple people down from me. So I guess I just fell into the location Just like it was just too close to the photo he just took. Either that, or maybe I didn't like ask kindly enough. I thought I was, but I don't know. I'm not too fussed about it. Like I got his, sorry, my arm's getting tired. I'm not too fussed about it. Like I got his signature on his autobiography, which is really nice. So he left. So the actress Trish, who plays Ginny, she came out before Tom, and I got her autograph on the playbill. And then Aiden came out, who plays Scorpius, and I got his autograph and a picture with him that first time around. So I left after everyone came out. Those were the only 3 people that came out that night. I left. Okay. Fast forward, I'm with my friends now. Still a Friday night. We're going to do stage door. And I get them there. They say like if you're there by 8:30, 8:15, that should be fine. I think what happens is when people give you a set time, in other people's heads, when they hear that, they're like, oh, if that's a good time to be there, I'll be there even earlier. And then people, that's the common thought, and people will eventually start lining up very, very early. Anyway, we got there around 8, and there was only a couple people in line. And so like, okay, like, again, we are now at still, once the barricades are pushed against the wall, they have not brought out the barricades yet. So we got there at 8, everything's still against the wall. So we're just leaning against the wall. I got to meet some very cool people, which was nice. Like we shared contact information and just had a really nice chat the whole night. It was very fun. Wasn't expecting that, so I was pleasantly surprised. So around maybe halfway through the show, they come out and they pull back the barricades. And so now, again, we are frontline barricade, not having seen the play. But 2 weeks later, I brought back my playbill, just so because I did see the play, you know. This one took longer. So the show ends. Trish, again, who plays Ginny, she came out. I already had her signature on the cover, so I flipped it open to where they list out the actors and her picture, and I had her sign her in her name by her picture. That was nice. And then Tom came out again. This was later. This was after 11, maybe like 11, almost 11:30. So, but he came out and he was very energetic. Like I've seen other videos of him from other people's experiences, and this is probably the most energetic he's ever been. He made a very nice speech about thanking people for coming and keeping the magic alive. So this time he did run to the end, which is what he typically does do. So again, I had my playbill out. I had my phone open and ready. I've always had my phone open and ready for selfie mode, held out kind of thing. So like not like in front of his face. It was just like I had it held in my hand. So he signs the front of my playbill because he did not sign that because I wanted him to sign the book. So he signed that. And I wasn't going to ask him, like I was going to expect him to take the phone and then do it. But he wasn't really like taking phones and doing pictures, which is totally fine. Like he's not obligated to do that, you know? But so the girl who's standing a bit ways, she actually like kind of went, as he was walking, she kind of like stuck her phone out and he was like, oh, and then he took it and got the picture with her. So anyway, so I did get his autograph on the playbill, which was nice. And then this time around, John Skelly, who plays Harry Potter, he came out. And so I handed the playbill to my friend because she didn't have anything for these people to sign. She just kind of wanted to be there and like have the experience. So he signed my playbill, and then I had his wand that I purchased at the show gift shop. And so I asked him if he could sign his wand. And he said, oh, sure. And then I also got a picture with him. I got a picture with Trish, John, and Aiden. So far, I haven't seen like Emmett come out, or the actress who plays Hermione, which I just don't know at the top of my head. I have to look it up. I apologize. So I have not seen them come out at all, which again, they don't have to, but it would be cool if at some point they do come out. So again, those were my time frames. Those are my experiences. I did not get a picture either of the 2 times, and I'm not going to try again. Like my trips up to New York are done for now. So yeah, those are my experience with The Cursed Child. If you see it, and if you don't see it, that's what I did. And hey, I got some autographs out of it and some pictures as well with the other actors of the play. I recommend staying. Like, don't just go for Tom. It'd be cool if you get to meet him as well. But like all the other actors do a very, very good job in the play. I'm not too happy about, like even when the first book of it came out, I never really liked the story. But the play itself is very unique and fascinating, and the actors, they work so hard. So definitely stay for them as well. And, you know, get pictures with them and have them sign your stuff. So that's what I recommend.
One of you every night.
Yeah.
But It's never met with indifference. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that you guys are still keeping the wizarding world lit. So, cheers. I'll be here for a while, so please be careful because there are kids at the front. Don't push.
Yeah.
My pleasure. My father will hear about this.
Hey, thanks for stopping by. To any of my returning viewers, welcome back, and to any new viewers, welcome. Here on this channel, you will find a shared love of fandom, with videos of merchandise reviews, exhibition tours and walkthroughs, fandom discussions, theme parks, and a lot more. Feel free to subscribe and check out some of my other videos. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.